Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are exploring one of the most iconic, historic, and culturally rich monuments of South Asia, the Shahi Qila, also known as the Lahore Fort. This magnificent fort has stood for centuries as a symbol of power, artistry, and architectural brilliance. It has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the footsteps of kings, and the transformation of Lahore from a regional city to a center of Mughal splendor. In this video, we will journey through its origins, its rulers, its architectural wonders, and the stories hidden within its massive walls. Let's dive into the timeless legacy of Lahore Fort. Shahi Qila's history goes back far beyond the Mughal era, even though the fort we see today is a Mughal masterpiece. Archaeological evidence suggests that the site may have had fortified structures in ancient times, but those structures vanished through the centuries. The true foundation of the modern fort began in the Mughal period. When Akbar the Great decided to make Lahore the capital of the empire for a time, he realized the need for a grand and durable fort that reflected Mughal strength and vision. What existed during earlier Muslim rule was a mud fort, but Akbar transformed it into a solid brick and stone fortress. His construction marked the beginning of the Shahi Qila's architectural story as we know it. Akbar's design was influenced by Persian, Hindu, and Central Asian architectural traditions. He was known for blending different styles, and the Lahore Fort became an early example of this unique Mughal fusion. Many of the fort's early structures were functional, military-oriented, and focused on defense. These included large walls, bastions, and courtyards that could support troop movement and royal processions. Although later emperors transformed the fort into a palace of beauty and luxury, Akbar's foundational structure gave it strength, stability, and grandeur. After Akbar, his son Jahangir added his own touch to the fort. Jahangir was known as a lover of art, nature, and beauty. His additions to the fort reflected his refined taste. He expanded certain courtyards, added gardens, and introduced decorative elements that softened the fort's militaristic appearance. Jahangir's era is also associated with the introduction of Pietra-dura artwork, a form of inlay using colorful stones, which later reached perfection under Shah Jahan. During Jahangir's time, Lahore was not only a political capital, but also an artistic center where architecture, poetry, and painting flourished. Shah Jahan, the emperor famous for building the Taj Mahal, brought the highest level of sophistication and elegance to Shahi Qila. His architectural style was defined by the extensive use of white marble, intricate mirrorwork, delicate carvings, and artistic symmetry. Under Shah Jahan, Lahore Fort became less of a fortress and more of a royal paradise. The Sheesh Mahal, or the Palace of Mirrors, is the crown jewel of his contribution. Its interior is decorated with countless tiny mirrors, carefully placed to reflect even the smallest amount of light, creating a magical shimmer that fascinates visitors to this day. Shah Jahan also built the Naulakha Pavilion, a beautiful structure made with white marble and decorated with golden motifs. This pavilion had an exceptional view of the river Ravi, which once flowed near the fort. Shah Jahan also added the Moti Masjid, a small yet beautifully designed mosque. Its white marble construction gave it a serene and peaceful appearance, making it a spiritual and artistic gem inside the fort. The emperor also renovated and embellished several existing structures, transforming the entire fort into a symbol of Mughal luxury. The blend of elegance, craftsmanship, and marble detailing during his rule elevated the Shahi Qila to a new artistic height. After Shah Jahan came Aurangzeb, another emperor who left a major mark on Lahore Fort. While Aurangzeb is known more for his military campaigns and religious policies, he also contributed significantly to the fort's architecture. His most iconic addition is the Alamgiri Gate, the grand entrance that most visitors use today. Built in 1674, this majestic gate is one of the most recognizable features of the fort. Its imposing arches, massive wooden doors, and symmetrical design give it a distinct aura of authority. Aurangzeb's gate symbolized the power of the Mughal Empire and served as a strong defensive point. It faces the Badshahi Mosque, another masterpiece constructed during his reign, creating a stunning architectural harmony between the two structures. As the Mughal Empire weakened in the 18th century, Lahore Fort entered a period of decline. Afghan invaders, internal conflicts, and political instability took a toll on the fort. However, when the Sikh Empire, led by Maharaja Ranjit Singh, took control of Lahore, the fort experienced a partial revival. Ranjit Singh used the fort for administrative and military purposes and made several renovations. He added some structures, repaired damaged areas, and brought activity back into this historical site. Though his contributions were not as grand as the Mughals, they helped preserve the fort during a turbulent era. When the British took control of Punjab in 1849, the fort once again changed hands. The British did not use it as a royal residence but rather as a military depot. Many parts of the fort were altered, damaged, or repurposed. Some decorative elements were removed, and the fort's gardens were changed to suit British military needs. However, the British also documented many structures, which later helped historians understand its original layout. Their governance era was a mixed chapter for the fort, destructive in some ways, but also useful in preserving historical knowledge. After the independence of Pakistan in 1947, the fort became a national heritage site. Restoration efforts began slowly, and over time conservation teams worked to recover the beauty of various sections. Today, the Shahi Qila is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It attracts millions of visitors from Pakistan and around the world every year. Its architecture, artwork, and historical significance make it one of the most important monuments in South Asia. Efforts to preserve the Sheesh Mahal, the Naulakha Pavilion, the royal chambers, and other areas continue with modern conservation techniques to protect them for future generations. One of the most fascinating parts of the fort is the underground tunnels and chambers. While many of these areas are closed to the public due to safety concerns, historical records suggest that they were used for storage, movement of troops, and sometimes royal privacy. Some legends even speak of secret escape routes and hidden treasures, though these stories remain unverified. The fort's multiple levels, both above and below ground, reflect the complexity of Mughal planning and the importance of security in royal architecture. Walking through the Shahi Qila today is like stepping back in time. Every courtyard, every pillar, every archway tells a story. The fort reflects not only the might of empires, but also the evolution of art, culture, and craftsmanship. The early sections still show Akbar's robust, red, brick architecture. Later sections shine with the elegance of Shah Jahan's marble artistry. The Alamgiri Gate stands tall as Aurangzeb's mark of authority. The fort is not just a building. It is a timeline carved into stone, mirror, and marble. One of the most popular attractions inside the fort is the picture wall. This massive decorative wall stretches over hundreds of feet and is adorned with mosaics, glazed tiles, and frescoes. The artwork depicts scenes of hunting, wars, animals, and Mughal festivities. It stands as a brilliant example of Mughal artistic excellence and remains one of the largest mural walls in the world. Though parts of it have faded or been damaged over time, restoration efforts are bringing its colors and designs back to life. Another significant section is Diwan, Ikaz, the hall of private audiences. In this elegant chamber, the emperor would meet with high-ranking nobles, foreign ambassadors, and important officials. The hall was known for its decorative elements, marble flooring, and a sense of royal prestige. Nearby lies the Diwan, the hall of public audiences, where the emperor addressed the general public and heard their petitions. These two halls demonstrate how Mughal rulers balanced public administration with royal grandeur. Fort also contains the beautifully planned Mughal gardens, though their original design has changed over the centuries. These gardens were once filled with fountains, lush greenery, shaded walkways, and fragrant flowers. They represented the Mughal concept of paradise on earth. Although the gardens today are more modernized, they still add serenity to the fort's atmosphere. One of the most impressive experiences for visitors is standing inside the Sheesh Mahal. The tiny mirror pieces embedded in its walls and ceilings reflect light in mesmerizing patterns. During candle-lit nights in the Mughal era, the palace must have looked like a sky full of stars. The Sheesh Mahal reflects the peak of Mughal decorative art and symbolizes the luxury of the imperial court. Despite centuries of change, the Shahi Qila remains a powerful reminder of Lahore's royal heritage. It is a place where history breathes through the stones, where beauty and strength coexist, and where each emperor left his mark. The fort stands as a witness to the cultural, political, and architectural journey of the region. It is not just a tourist destination, but a living museum that connects the present with the past. Today, preservation teams are constantly working to ensure that the fort remains stable and protected. Pollution, weather, and human impact pose challenges, but modern conservation methods are helping restore damaged frescoes, stabilize ancient walls, and maintain the marble structures. The fort's importance as a heritage site means that it continues to receive attention both nationally and internationally. The Shahi Qila is more than just a historical structure. It is a source of pride for Pakistan. It embodies the artistic brilliance of the Mughal Empire and the rich cultural history of Lahore. Visitors from around the world come to admire its beauty, study its architecture, and experience the grandeur of an era long gone. Whether it is the shimmering elegance of the Sheesh Mahal, the commanding presence of the Alamgiri Gate, or the peaceful aura of the Naulakha Pavilion, every part of the fort has its own charm and story. As we conclude this exploration of Lahore Fort, it becomes clear why this monument holds such a special place in history. It is not just the scale of its walls or the beauty of its pavilions. It is the centuries of human experience, creativity, and ambition embedded within it. The Shahi Qila stands proudly, inviting each generation to learn, to admire, and to preserve its legacy. It remains a masterpiece of the Mughal era and a treasure of Pakistan's cultural heritage. If you ever get a chance to visit Lahore, make sure Shahi Qila is at the top of your list. Walking through its corridors is like walking through the pages of history, where every step brings you closer to the world of emperors, artists, and architects who shaped the subcontinent. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time and architecture. Stay connected for more historical explorations, and until next time, take care and keep discovering the world's wonders.